technical details trying to figure out advanced AV distribution, especially using standard network.
Oh, absolutely. It feels like this maze of specs and acronyms sometimes.
Exactly. And that's really why we're here. Our mission in this deep dive is to sort of cut through that noise for you.
And today, we're diving into AV over IP. Now, this isn't just, pushing video over the web. It's really rethinking how we distribute high-def video and audio.
Right.
Instead of all that specific bulky cabling for every single connection, we're talking about using standard IT networks, scalable ones. It's a pretty big shift, revolutionizing things from home theaters to huge commercial spaces.
And for this deep dive, we're really focusing on one specific example, the WolfPack 1080p AV over IP matrix system. We've been looking at the source material on this.
That's right.
And we're going to pull out the most important bits and honestly some surprising features from its description. We want to focus on what makes the system stand out and why it matters if you're interested in, flexible modern video distribution.
We'll look at the key features, how it actually works.
Yeah, and what it lets you do. Okay, so let's unpack this. We're talking WolfPack 1080p AV over IP matrix system at its heart. For someone maybe new to this matrix idea in AV, how would you explain what it does? Why is it different from just, say, a simple HDMI cable?
Great place to start. So, fundamentally, an AV over IP matrix system, like this WolfPack one, it sends and receives HDMI video and audio signals.
Okay.
But it does it over standard network cables, like CT6. And it can push that signal pretty far up to 450 feet without losing quality.
450 feet, wow.
Yeah. And the matrix part, that's the real game changer. It's not just point-to-point.
Right.
It gives you incredible flexibility. Think about it.
Yeah.
You can send any input source, say a Blu-ray player, a camera feed, whatever, to any output display.
Any screen.
Any screen. Or you could send the same source to lots of different screens at once, or mix and match however you need. It's that many-to-many capability.
That makes sense. And beyond just that core flexibility, what about the network side? You mentioned VLAN compatibility. Why is that important? Is it just a tech spec, or does it solve a real problem?
Oh, it's much more than a checkbox. It's actually critical in busier environments.
How so?
Well, VLAN compatibility lets you basically create a dedicated private lane on your network just for your AV traffic.
Ah, okay.
So imagine a busy office or maybe a hotel. Your high-def video stream won't get interrupted or slowed down because someone else is, downloading a massive file or doing video conferencing on the same physical network.
Right, to keep things separate.
Exactly.
Right?
It prevents bottlenecks, ensures that video performance stays smooth and reliable, and keeps your other network traffic secure. It's vital for commercial use, really.
Gotcha. Okay, and the bits and pieces making this work. These are the WolfPack POE HDMI transmitters, the TX or encoders.
That's right, and the POE HDMI receivers, the RX or decoders.
And for this 1080p system, they're priced at $150 each, transmitter or receiver.
Correct. And under the hood, technically speaking, it's using H.265 compression.
H.265, why that specific type?
Well, H.265 is key because it's incredibly efficient. It lets them deliver what they call a perfect picture, basically, visually lossless quality, even on big screens. But it keeps the actual data stream small enough that it runs smoothly over standard, affordable 1G Ethernet switches. You don't need some exotic high-bandwidth network necessarily.
So efficiency is the name of the game there.
Absolutely. It simplifies the whole infrastructure requirement, which is a big deal.
Okay, so you've got the basics down. Standard cables, flexible routing, efficient compression. But you mentioned the system has some real standout features. Let's get into that. What makes the WolfPack system, different?
Yeah, this is where it gets really interesting. One of the absolute killer features is what they call wireless real-time video preview.
Wireless real-time video preview? What does that actually mean in practice?
It means you can see live video streams, not just like static thumbnail images, but actual moving video of all your connected source devices.
All of them?
All of them, simultaneously, right on your tablet, iOS or Android, or even on a PC.
Wow.
The source material gives this great example. Imagine you have, say, 12 DirecTV boxes, each tuned to a different channel.
Okay.
On your tablet screen, you'd see 12 little live video windows, each showing what's playing on that specific DirecTV box right now.
So no more guessing what's on input 7.
Exactly. No more running to the TVs to see what's playing, as they put it. It's all right there in your hand in real time.
That sounds incredibly useful. I can immediately see applications, sports bars, control rooms, maybe even complex home setups. You always know what source is what.
It really changes the game for managing multiple sources. It removes so much guesswork.
Okay, that real-time preview is definitely a standout. What else? What other features simplify things?
Well, another really significant one is the integrated video wall processing.
Built-in video walls, so you don't need a separate processor box.
Correct. It's built right into the system. And the setup is designed to be super easy. They talk about a drag-and-drop interface on the tablet app.
Drag and drop.
So you
Nice.
could take, say, 4 standard TVs and easily configure them into a 2x2 video wall showing one big image,
Or,
or have each of those 4 TVs show a different source. Or go bigger, maybe a 3x3 wall with 9 TVs. Same deal. One huge picture across all 9 or 9 individual pictures,
and all configured from a tablet.
all configured visually from the tablet.
Hmm.
That kind of built-in flexibility without needing extra dedicated hardware and complex configuration. That's a huge plus for digital signage, command centers, entertainment venues, lots of places.
Makes sense. And switching between sources, once it's all set up, is it clunky?
Nope, apparently very smooth. The specs mentioned fast 80 meters seamless HDMI switching.
80 milliseconds. So very low delay.
Yeah, very low latency. It means when you switch from one source to another, the transition should be almost instant. No long black screens, no audio gaps, just a clean, fast switch.
That's important for live events or anywhere you need quick cuts.
Definitely. And one more feature worth highlighting is this separate audio handling.
What do you mean by separate audio?
The system lets you embed audio onto the HDMI signal at the transmitter side,
Okay.
and then de-embed it, basically pull it back out at the receiver side.
Why would you want to do that?
Think about flexibility. You could show video from one source on a screen, but have the audio come from a different source entirely, like background music.
Ah, I see.
Or in that sports bar example again. Maybe you have 4 games showing on a video wall, but you only want the audio commentary from the main game playing over the speakers.
Right. You can choose the audio independently of the video.
Exactly. Or maybe send the video audio to the main PA, but also send it separately to, say, an assistive listening system or a recording device. It gives you much finer control over the audio path than simple HDMI switching usually offers.
Okay, those features, the live preview, the built-in video walls, seamless switching, the audio control, they definitely sound impressive. But let's talk practicalities. For someone thinking about actually installing this, how complex is the setup? How big can these systems realistically get?
Good questions. And this is where some other design choices really shine. A big one is Power over Ethernet, PoE.
Right, you mentioned that earlier for the transmitters and receivers.
Yes, and the advantage is huge. Because they're PoE, you don't need a separate power adapter, a wall wart, plugged in for every single transmitter and every single receiver.
The network cable carries the power.
Precisely. The same KT6 cable that carries the video and audio signal also delivers the power to the device.
That must simplify wiring massively.
Oh, hugely. Think about a large installation with dozens of screens and sources. Running power outlets to every single location is a major job conduit. Electricians, cost, time.
Yeah, I can picture the mess.
PoE cuts down the cabling needs significantly. It makes installation cleaner, faster, and often cheaper. It's a really big practical benefit, especially for installers.
Okay, so PoE simplifies the physical install. What about the scale? You said it supports unlimited inputs and outs. How does that work?
Well, unlimited is maybe a bit theoretical, but the point is it's highly scalable because it works over standard Ethernet switches. You can cascade switches, connect them together to build really large systems.
So you just add more switches as you need more ports?
Essentially, yes. The source gives an example of a 12-input, 30-output system.
Okay, what does that involve?
For that 12 by 30 setup, you'd need 12 of the PoE transmitters, 30 of the PoE receivers.
Right, one for each source and display?
A rack mount housing to keep them tidy, a decent-sized network switch specifically, a 48-port 1G IGMP PoE switch.
IGMP, is that important?
Yeah, IGMP snooping support on the switch is generally needed for AV over IP systems to manage the multicast traffic efficiently, preventing the video streams from flooding the entire network.
Got it. And what else for that 12 by 30?
And a Wi-Fi router, primarily for the wireless control using the tablet app.
So it shows you can build quite complex setups just by adding the necessary components and switches.
Exactly. And it extends the signal to 450 feet per cable run, which covers most installations.
Okay, hardware side seems flexible. How do you actually control it all? Is it super technical?
That's another strong point, actually. They offer a whole range of control options.
Like what?
Well, for everyday use, there's the graphical interface on the Windows software or the apps for Android and iOS tablets. That's probably what most users would interact with.
The drag and drop stuff and the live previews.
Right. But for more advanced integration, it also supports control via UDP commands. There are tools like dvstool and AVI Plate. There's even RS-232 control for tying into traditional automation systems, and hotkey control from a keyboard.
So lots of options depending on how you want to run it.
Yeah, it covers the spectrum from simple user control to deep integration.
And just quickly on the technical specs, it's HDCP 1.4, HDMI 1.4, supports up to 1080p 60. Anything else notable there?
The source also mentions things like plug-and-play IP settings, which suggests easier network setup. You can rename sources and displays in the software, which is handy for keeping track. And ADI fanning management preset and learning, which helps ensure compatibility between sources and displays. Plus, it's field upgradable, meaning firmware updates can add features or fix issues later on.
Okay, so it seems robust on the technical side too. So let's bring this all together. What does this actually mean for you, the listener? Why should you care about this kind of system?
Well, I think it comes down to solving real problems in a flexible way. The applications are really broad.
Yeah.
Sure, you could use it for a killer home theater system, but think commercially. Sports bars, juggling dozens of feeds and screens. Retail stores needing eye-catching, dynamic digital signage.
Conference rooms needing easy content sharing.
Exactly. Or even surveillance systems where you need to monitor lots of camera feeds in real time. That live preview feature would be amazing there.
So it's really presented as a solution for managing video complexity, isn't it? Moving away from rigid, expensive, traditional matrix switchers and complex cabling.
That's the core idea. It simplifies the control, especially with that tablet interface, and offers flexibility that was hard or very expensive to achieve before.
That real-time preview, the easy video walls, it feels like it removes a lot of the friction points you'd normally hit.
It really does seem like a streamlined, powerful, and importantly, scalable way to handle modern visual communication needs.
Okay, so summing it all up, we're looking at the WolfPack AV over IP system. Key takeaways are?
I'd say that real-time video preview on a tablet, huge. The flexible built-in video wall processing, the seamless fast switching, and the practical advantage of POE simplifying installation.
Right, and all running over standard 1G network gear.
Which makes it accessible.
Okay, so here's something to think about as we wrap up. Consider how systems like this advance software-controlled video distribution becoming more accessible. How might that fundamentally change how we design and interact with screens and visual information in our public spaces, our workplaces, even our homes, in the very near future? What new possibilities really open up when pretty much any screen can show any source instantly, and you have that level of almost effortless control and real-time insight? What does that future look like?